Hello, guys and gals, and we have a book review to do. Um, this was a book I got a while back. I might have gotten it from the library. I'm not sure. I know they got rid of a bunch of their books, so I don't know exactly where all these books came from because I've had this book a while. Um, Also, I have something else kind of related to this book, and the fact this is going live on Mother's Day is purely coincidence. It's kind of a happy coincidence, I guess. Um, but yeah, anyways. Um, this is a book that is really popular, I would say. Um, it is definitely a children's book, written in a very simple language, which is awesome. We like that. Let's see. It's a very colorful book too, and it's written in a poetic prose. Very, very awesome. Um, with a nice rhyming scheme, and very interesting pictures. I feel that the pictures in the book um, basically encourage creativity. Like, for example, I hope it's okay if I show some of the images from the book. This is purely for a review perspective. And we can also look at the rhyming scheme we have here. But like right here with the giraffes, they are basically standard color. They look like cardboard. They look kind of like cardboard cutouts. I like that about them. I like the maybe the not so realistic look. I like that. It's really cool. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Eric Carle did a book, something like why I painted the panther blue or something like that. And I feel these pictures encourage creativity. Now, what I also have is I have this. I think it's from Kohl's. A friend of mine bought this for me because she knew I loved kangaroos, and it was based off of Eric Carle. As you can see here, it is a Kohl's Cares Eric Carle kangaroo, and so yeah, an authentic Eric Carle kangaroo. Um, but yeah, you know what's funny? I'm going to just point out something else that's funny. Um, you see, I thought there were pages missing from this book. Now, what I didn't do was I didn't check the back because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to. The only thing on the back of a book is going to be like, the copyright information. But look, this was the missing page. I just didn't bother looking at the back of the book. And then one day I looked at the back of the book and I'm like, oh, okay. Anyways, let's go back to this. Anyways, this is a very, very well written book. Very simple, but it's supposed to be because it's meant for very young children. And I feel that this book encourages creativity from a very early age. It has a very simple scheme. I'm going to read just a very few. If it's okay for me to read, like maybe they're just the first page. Yes, a kangaroo has a mother just like me and you. Does a lion have a mother too? And then the last line at the bottom of that page is going to be, does a giraffe have a mother too? And then at the bottom of the next page, does a penguin have a mother too? And it just has this nice theme, this theme going. Oh, even a fox. That's cute. It goes foxes, dolphins. But yeah, when I got to like the second to last page, it said something like oh, I know it said something about a deer, and I'm like, oh, hey, where's the deer? And it was on the back. And it's cute. But yeah, I didn't realize that. So that was kind of cute and funny. But yeah, this was an amazing book. And I'm pretty sure that every library everywhere would have a copy of this because it's a classic. I'd be surprised if a library didn't have a copy of this because it's basically a globally renowned book in the same vein as Goodnight Moon, which honestly is a book I've never actually read or had read to me, or oh gee, I don't know, the Dr. Seuss books. I mean, the ones that aren't banned now. Though a library's probably gonna have those too. Um, but yeah, with children's books, you have like Eric Carle, you have Roald Dahl, you have Roald Dahl is probably mainly geared towards older audiences, I would say. Um, and his stuff is kind of weird, I would say, but it's still they're still a very good author. I'm trying to think of, I can't even think of them, of basically books aimed at very young children. Um, I know that when I was a kid, there was some kind of a book about tying a shoe that I memorized as a baby. That's about it. I don't even remember what the book was called, but I just remember that it was like shaped like a shoe and had shoestrings, and I had the whole thing memorized, like when I was like 2 years old or something. I don't anymore because I don't even remember anything about it, but apparently I had it memorized. But yeah, this is a book that I would highly recommend you check out from your local library, or I actually still see copies of this in at Walmart. Um, Amazing. Has a very nice message too, um, about the close knitness of families, the necessity of families, um, and stuff like that. Plus, the art is just amazing. I just love Eric Carle's art style. It's very very cute. Um, so let's see. It changes its format near the end. Monkey, and then do animal mothers love their babies? Yes, of course they do. But yeah, and it's also kind of nice. Oh, this is where I got confused because there's a glossary back here. It talks about the different animals, and so after monkey it says deer. A baby deer is a fawn. The mother is a doe, and the father is a buck. A group of deer is a herd. That's and so I'm like, well, where's the deer? Because I'm like, did the pages fall out or something? And it never occurred to me to check, the back cover, which is where it was. So I kind of went like months and months and months wondering, like, well, what did they say about deer and stuff like that? When finally I looked on the back, and then it's like, oh, there's the deer. So yeah, that's just kind of one of my goofy stories. But anyways, yeah. Again, it's purely coincidence that this book review fell on Mother's Day. I didn't plan it. I just needed a quick book to read for a book review, and I'm like, oh, I have a copy of Does a Kangaroo Have a Mother Too just down here underneath my desk, and it's like, okay, I'll do a review of that because I can read it in like 3 seconds. And what do you know? It's Mother's Day. Um, so usually, sorry. So usually, I don't celebrate holidays usually. Or usually I don't pay attention because I make these videos so far in advance that I don't really plan out. Oh, this video is going to fall on Christmas, so I'm going to talk about Christmas in this one. Basically, it's because the videos are usually recorded so far in advance that I don't have that forethought. This falls on Mother's Day. Um, I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Um, it was a couple of years ago when my mom passed away. It's kind of hard to talk about. She beat cancer. She had breast cancer, and she ended up beating cancer. She had a lumpectomy, and she even recovered really fast. Um, but eventually, they just found out that she had a heart attack and she died. She had cardiac arrest. And so, yeah. So, all I wanted to say, if you stuck around this long, is that if you do have family that's still alive, mother, father, brother, sister, just do me a favor. Make sure you cherish them because you just never know when when their time comes. You just never know. Like when you wake up someday, they might be dead. And then you won't have that time anymore. And I'm sorry. I'm just going to end the video here. I know I made it way too personal. I'm sorry about that. It's just difficult sometimes though, because you never know how much you'll miss someone until they're gone. And that's just something that I have to live with. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. You are loved, and have a great day.